Hey, I'm Jay from the Kubz, guys. Welcome back to another episode of reacting to these true story animations. I have two videos in today's episode that are completely ridiculous. If you guys cool with that, you down with that? Everybody get ready and buckle up, because here we go! Alright, guys. First video of today's episode is completely ridiculous, and I'm pretty sure it's clickbait. So YouTube, if you're watching this right now, I'm pretty sure this is not what we think it is. But the first video of today's episode is called "I Let My Dad Put His Meat on My Forehead."
What?
YouTube, stop. Don't demonetize it. Don't. I'm pretty sure there's a reasonable explanation for all of this.
Hi, my name is Kendra, and I'd like to tell you about the time I let my dad put his meat on my forehead.
She pointed at the forehead. I'm not sure this is clickbait now.
I know it sounds really crazy, but hear me out.
Okay.
When he first suggested it, it sounded weird, but that was only because I didn't know how much it would help me.
She didn't know how much letting her dad put his meat on her forehead was gonna help her out. All right.
It also felt really good.
Come on, man.
I've never had meat on my forehead, but shoot.
Let me tell you about how this whole thing happened. To understand it, you need to know a bit more about myself.
Okay.
I'm my parents' third child, but my two older siblings are boys. That meant I was the only girl in the family.
So he was not allowed to put meat on their forehead because they're boys? Look at those eyes. Look at those mischievous, evil eyes. He's been putting some meat on some foreheads.
My dad was very protective and caring, especially when it came to his little girl. He was really sweet and would always try to spend time with me. He was the one who made me love sports from an early age.
Awesome.
But before we move on, hit that like button and subscribe. This will let you live 10 amazing years longer. Trust me, it works.
It's not true. Don't do it.
Anyway, thanks to my dad, I decided to try out for the local soccer team, and I trained really hard after getting in. I got good at it, and eventually they made me their captain. That was really awesome, I can tell you that. Mom and Dad were really proud of me, and they bought me a brand new soccer ball to practice with at home.
Okay, this video is not sponsored by Nike. Get that thing out of here.
I don't like to brag, but my coach says I'm one of the best players on the team,
She's
if
lying
not
to
the
you.
best. I'm so happy he thinks that, and I love to be able to play professionally one day. My teammates always call me nicknames like the female Cristiano Ronaldo, and it's so cool. Anyways, my dad showed up to every single one of my games. I mean it when I say that he never, ever missed a single one. He promised he never would either. Dad always told me that he was my biggest fan, and I loved it.
What a great supportive dad. I like
I think he was my good luck
that.
charm, and whenever he was around, I felt like I simply couldn't lose. I asked him if he'd still come when I began playing professionally, and he swore he'd always be there. No, the problem is that my dad's not a superhero. I know every kid likes to think their parents are super special, but they're humans just like the rest of us. So when he began feeling really sick a few hours before one of my games, I told him he'd better stay at home. He wanted to come anyways, but I insisted it was okay. I told him that, but in reality, I felt awful about him not coming with us. One of my players kicked the soccer ball into the air, and a member of the rival team tried to kick it away. I couldn't let that opportunity of a great goal go to waste, so I rushed forward, deciding to go for it. The problem was I wouldn't be able to jump in time to get it, so I had to go at it with my head. Oh, that was a really bad mistake, I can tell you that. Why, you might ask? Because the rival also had the same idea. We both collided headfirst and fell on the ground.
Okay.
I did manage to make
what
a
about
goal,
the dad putting
but
his meat
I
on the
didn't really care
forehead?
about it
That's the
right
best
then.
part. Where's
I
that
felt
at?
super dizzy, and then everything went black. When I came back to my senses, everyone was surrounding us. The girl I'd bumped heads against was sitting up and seemed to be doing okay, but looked really concerned. They all asked me if I was okay. The other girl had a big bruise and a knot in her head. I touched my head and felt the biggest knot on the side, too. Ugh. It was extremely gross. I was lucky I wasn't bleeding, but it wasn't good either. A few of the adults around me asked if I wanted to go to the hospital, and my mom was soon by my side. I declined, saying that all I needed was my dad. He would make it all okay. Mom said it was okay.
All right, here
and
we
she
go,
drove
guys.
me
Here we
home
go.
while I sobbed
This is where the
miserably.
juicy part comes in.
My
This is
head
where it
really
gets
hurt
nice
as
and
we
meaty.
rushed home. When we arrived, my dad looked at me and almost fainted. He
He's like, daughter, what's that bump on your forehead? I know what can make it all better.
couldn't believe his baby girl was hurt. He took a look at my head and told me he knew exactly what to do to help me feel better. So he scurried off into the kitchen and grabbed a cold pack of meat and placed it on my head.
Oh, okay, goddamn.
Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's the meat on the forehead. Are you serious? You don't got ice cubes, bro? Like, you don't got some icy hot? You just got a big slab of meat. That was some thick-ass meat, too. Like, let's go back. That was the biggest freaking meat. What are you going to do with that meat, my guy? Are you going to barbecue that thing, or are you just going to rest it on her forehead all day? Jeez.
And that's how Dad put his meat on my forehead and made everything better. Isn't he awesome? Thanks for watching.
That is not his meat. That is a meat. My dad put his meat on my forehead. Me. Your dad put ground beef on your forehead. I know, he put tonight's dinner on your forehead. Chill out with that. Her, I'm the only girl in the family. Her mom. Am I a joke to you? She talked about the meat for 2 seconds while she bragged about being so good at soccer for 9 years. Oh man, this is so dumb. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this, dude. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. Next video of today's episode is called My Boyfriend Got Stuck in an Elevator with My BFF. I Saw Everything. We're about to see everything too.
Hi, my name is Vicky. I'm 19. I have elevator phobia.
Why did they make her teeth more spaced out than Neil Armstrong?
To put it simply, I'm scared of elevators. How did it begin? I'll now tell you the story.
I
Do
know
you have
why,
a
because
best
you're
friend?
a
Have you heard of the theory that says amongst a pair of friends, there is always the beautiful friend and the ugly one? Well, unfortunately,
Look at this
I'm
Bucky.
the latter.
Give her the freaking
best friend
SpongeBob's.
Phoebe has long,
She got buck-ass
beautiful
teeth like that,
legs,
dude.
Hair like that of a model, teeth are like pearls.
Okay,
Her
my bad.
eyes are the
Okay.
colour of a sea wave, and everything else is corresponding. Well, if about me, then I have short legs,
who's
a
your
big
hillbilly
nose,
looking
a teenage
ass?
body, a strange facial shape.
She looked
hair
like Dora the
so
Explorer
thin that
at
I can
home.
brush them with 3 fingers, and I won't say anything about my teeth.
I
But
could smell the
as it
gingivitis
said,
on them things.
Love
Just
her,
like,
and it's probably the same in regards to friendship. Me
Okay.
and Phoebe grew up together. We played at the same park, went to the same school. We were also neighbors. We lived in the same apartment building. She was 1
Awesome.
floor above mine.
all right,
So,
watering the
as
plant
you can
time. Hey,
understand,
girls.
We were destined to become friends. Our building was really old, so there was always something breaking here. I can't remember a single month in my life that everything was fine.
Come on, just get to
Either
the
a
point.
light
You're breaking my
bulb burns
freaking
out,
balls
Or a
here.
window gets stuck, or a railing falls off, or
Uh-huh,
the elevator
yeah.
breaks down.
You live in a
or
shitty
the
apartment
pipes need
complex.
fixing.
Bull freaking who?
So we
Sad story. You want me to wipe some
constantly
tears
had to
for
call a
you?
plumber, carpenter, or an electrician, or somebody else.
Yeah.
One fantastic day, I had to call the repairman. Such a handsome guy came that my heart almost jumped. His name was Daniel. He was in first year university and was working on the side.
Really?
While Daniel repaired the pipe, I was imagining
She's
our
like, I want to
wedding and
repair
our
his
children.
pipe. And
All in all, I irrecoverably fell in love, and something unexpected for me happened. He also liked me. He invited me to get a coffee, and it all began. This was my first serious relationship, and it was very important for me. I wasn't sure that I'd ever find another man like him. But I
Okay,
couldn't
so his
relax
job
and
is to fix
enjoy
pipes,
life.
and he was
I
also
being
laying the
followed
pipe.
by fear.
Bravo,
I
dude.
only
Bravo.
thought of one thing: that he mustn't meet my beautiful friend Phoebe. I decided to keep Daniel a secret from her. I'll tell you, it was not at all easy. Phoebe was constantly near me. She was super interested in meeting my first boyfriend.
Yeah, because
She
she's a good
asked
friend. She
about
just wants to
him,
know who's
how he
making you
looks,
happy.
what he wears, even how he kisses. It was just impossible to withstand. She would also peep into my phone when I texted him. I knew that I wouldn't be able to keep Daniel hidden from my crazy, beautiful friend. And then it indeed happened. But I could never have imagined what happened, even in my worst dreams.
That sucks.
During one of our dates, I invited Daniel to come over. I planned to do some romantic movie watching. I knew that Phoebe wouldn't be home, as she had gone to IKEA for a new cabinet, so I was sure we wouldn't cross paths. Imagine my surprise and panic when we bumped into her in the hall.
Uh-oh.
She was carrying the bags and cabinet by herself. It looked pitying, but also very attractive. A tired Phoebe in a light dress and with a good-looking décolletage. And of course,
What? A
Daniel
what?
decided to help her carry her things. I was crushed and mad at the same time. How could it be? We were on a date. But then I reasoned
Dude, this
with
video
myself.
smells like insecurities.
Phoebe was my best friend, and it was hard for her to carry it by herself.
Yeah.
Well, Daniel just likes
See?
to help
He's
people.
Superman.
It's all fine. No
He's
reason
Superman.
To worry. I was so dumb. I was going to help Phoebe and take a few bags, but unfortunately, the three of us didn't fit into the elevator. We agreed that I'd wait for the next one. It was hard to let him go with her, even for a minute. But I again gathered myself and criticized myself for my bad thoughts. And what do you think? The elevator broke down, and it wasn't surprising in our damned building.
God,
Phoebe
they
and
animated
Daniel
her
were
so
stuck
freaking
in the
hideous
elevator together. A hot guy and a very beautiful girl together, stuck in an elevator.
Hey.
Don't the thoughts of what they would do in there come to you naturally? But I stopped these thoughts because you can't judge people because you have a big imagination.
Exactly.
I ran to the concierge and we called the repairman. All that was left to do was wait. Ends up, the concierge had access to the camera inside the elevator. Unbelievable. I thought that in our old building, we wouldn't have had this. We began watching them. At first, they just talked. But an hour passed and no one from the repair company came. I asked the concierge to call them again. We were told that the team was sent out, but it was stuck in traffic. How much longer were we to wait? For me, it was really tough. Each minute of their chatting that I couldn't listen to.
I can't imagine
put
what she's
pressure
going
on me.
through.
I decided
She's already
to
insecure
call
and then she
Daniel
sees
to
live video
talk
feed
to
of them
him,
talking.
But his phone was unavailable. There was no service in the elevator. The only thing I could do was watch. It seems Phoebe got hot and she decided to tie her incredible
Oh, I thought she took her clothes off because she got
It seemed
hot.
like even though the low quality camera in the elevator, I could see Daniel's jaw drop from admiration.
Oh, yeah?
He came close to her. Then they decided to sit down and Phoebe was in a short dress. She sat in such a cute way, as though she was showing off her legs.
Oh, yeah?
They came closer
Oh, yeah,
and
my
closer
guy?
to each other. Daniel made her laugh, and she touched him on the shoulder. It was unbearable. I felt like my heart
I actually feel
stopped.
bad for her because,
It was
one, she has a
so
shitty friend and a
hurtful
shitty
to watch
boyfriend.
them, but I couldn't stop.
Nothing but a shitty,
As I
shitty bang
needed
bang.
to control the situation.
Actually, they're about to bang bang, I
Daniel
think.
put his hand
Oh, yeah, they're
on
gonna bang bang.
Phoebe's knee.
They're gonna
He
shabang bang.
came close to her with his face.
Look at that.
About to
That
kiss,
leg touches the
and
shabang bang,
suddenly
yup.
The light
Got him.
went out.
Bang,
At
bang, bang,
first,
bang,
I
bang.
didn't even understand. Did the light go out or was I blacking out? I pinched myself with all my strength. I hoped
don't you
it
pinch
was
your teeth
all
with some
just a bad
braces?
dream. In our damn building, the elevator and light went out together.
Yeah, you guys
And
need to
all
move
at
out.
that
This
moment,
haunted-ass
my
apartment
boyfriend
complex.
And best friend were together in the elevator. I didn't know what they were doing in there for the next hour. Oh, I could only imagine. I went out to the stairwell and called for Daniel, but no one
Once the
answered
elevator
me.
opens,
I
if it
sat
smells like
down on
sweat
the
and
steps
ass,
and
you
began
guys know what
weeping.
happened.
My heart felt off. I heard some noise at the floor below. The
Aye,
repairman
aye.
had
Oh.
arrived. They opened the elevator door with pure force, and
Why is
Phoebe
his shirt
and Daniel
open?
exited. Her
Bro!
dress was crumpled, her lipstick smeared, while his shirt was unbuttoned. When I saw it, I became upset. I yelled at them non-stop, insulting Phoebe and saying bad things to Daniel. In short, it was a show. The repairman enjoyed it quite a bit.
I mean, I
Phoebe
would've
and
done the same
Daniel
thing, but-
assured me that nothing happened between them, but I knew my friend too long to know when she was lying.
Aww.
In result, Phoebe ran home crying, even
Bro, that
leaving
is
her
so
things.
messed up.
Daniel was upset with me, and we argued so badly that we broke up. I regret being so harsh with them. Is it possible that nothing happened between them?
No,
That
something
I
definitely
invented
happened.
it all?
Rumpled skirt,
I
smeared
even wanted
lipstick,
to
open
apologize to
button up.
Phoebe. I cooked her favorite macaroons and was going to go over to her. But then I saw Daniel out the window.
Those
with a
macaroons better
bouquet
quit
of
playing with
roses.
me.
He came to get
Shoot.
back together, I thought. Happy, I ran out to Daniel and jumped to hug him.
Oh, this is awkward.
I had the thought. I knew it. He only loves me.
Yikes.
I took the bouquet of roses.
Oh, look at his
and
face
kissed
as she's
him,
grabbing the flowers.
but
Ugh.
He silently
I can
took
smell
the
the cringe.
bouquet from me and
Ugh.
said, "Sorry, it's not for you."
Oh.
He went upstairs
you wanna look?
to Phoebe.
Oh, do you wanna look at the
My
cringe?
legs collapsed
Oh, I'm gonna
from
look, I'm gonna
under
look.
me and fell.
Oh,
but he didn't even turn
God.
around. My suspicions were confirmed.
Bro, the
They
flowers.
started dating. I couldn't
says,
stand
"Psych."
it and told my parents everything. They understood me well, and we moved out.
Yeah, see, it was
9
such an
months
embarrassing
went by,
moment. She
and I
literally
could
had to
not
move and
forget
get picked up
about
by her
him.
parents.
Maybe
That's how cringe
he
it
finally
was.
dumped her, I thought with hope, and I went onto his Facebook page. The first thing I saw was the video of Daniel holding a child. In the video, he says, "Thanks to my wife and to that elevator. If not for us
Wow.
getting stuck there, my daughter wouldn't exist right now." Since then, I have
Bro,
been
his pullout
afraid
game
of
was so weak in that
elevators, and
elevator.
I walked up the stairs, even if I need to get to the 30th floor. But most importantly, I am scared of guys and that they'll dump me. I don't even befriend people.
That
Have
guy was
you
a
ever
douchebag,
been
though.
betrayed?
He was such
Share
a freaking
your
douchebag.
experience in the comments
Like,
section.
not all guys
Please
are like
give your
that. You know, he was just the creme de la creme of douche. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for reacting to these true story animations. If you guys would like to see more episodes of this series, make sure you guys give this video one big fat like. And tell a friend today that Jay from the Cub Scouts is that dude!